Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The ball is back. Here we go, week one. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down, Miami.
On first down, here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Their 48-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Tua on 4th down. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion. Tua sets up to pass it. That'll be complete to Breida. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. And they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On second down, a run with Breida. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Newton and the Patriots with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 29-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton, that'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Didn't knock it free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot.
And he will have a Patriots first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st, Michel. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
He's brought down.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
9-yard line.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. He can run for it, and he will. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get this into the hands of Breida. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Here's Tua. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by the rookie Kyle Duggar. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Number 26.
Down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7, Newton. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
On the delay, here's Breida. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the gun, it's Tua. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
A 7-yard.
Well, CD, you know, as we talked about earlier, this is the first Patriots home opener without Tom Brady in 2 decades. Now, you still see, understandably, a lot of number 12 jerseys in the stands, but this is Cam Newton's show now. How do you think that things change for the Patriots here in 2020?
Well, they change in a big way because of what you said to start off with, and it's something we've all known about for a while, but now we're actually confronting it. Tom Brady is not in the building. All right, number 12 is not leading the Patriots out onto the field, but I thought it was a really savvy move by the organization in the offseason to sign Cam Newton. You start fresh with a guy who's been an MVP in this league, has a ton of self-confidence, understands the elephant in the room that is Tom Brady, but brings a new, different playing style to this Patriots team.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Newton. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Kyle Van Noy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a two-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. The drive starts with a completion left side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On 2nd down, Michel. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground is Michel. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Eight yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it here. This is James White. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
A pair of 1st downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Here's White. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
Jerome Baker.
Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, the guy just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I don't want to see what's served, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Patriots send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Returnable for Grant. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On On second down, Tua. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught by Parker. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that one falls incomplete. Trying to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The 30. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory.
Complete to Mike.
A big play there for the Dolphins. 57 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Tua to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Preston Williams.
A 16-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive, interception. This drive, the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid, because you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounce back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Brings up
nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's a tough spot for a running back coming out of the backfield because you know he's got to look for the football, knowing full well he's got a man coming his way, full steam, and he broke that one up.
They'll turn to Michel as they go back to the ground. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Safety's creeping. 20. Kill.
And now he'll tuck it and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Jump. Watch out.
He's going to run again. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
I think that run gives us evidence that the defense is getting a little bit tired out there. They've been out in the field for a long time, and that last run, they just cut right through them.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides.
Drop deep. Right here, guys. Mike 51.
And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
That's good. 4 up.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal.
Shift. 6 go. 8.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Cam Newton keeping it himself from a yard out. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Complete.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now Tua, a big spot for the rookie from Alabama. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Now an open man. That's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Up to make the tackle, J.C. Jackson. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver. But a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Back to throw is Tua. Now a short one to Gesicki. He knocks him back. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Back to throw. The quick slant caught. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
2-yard line.
From the 2 now, second and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as 13 seconds left to play. A big play, if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's third and goal. To throw is Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Mike Gesicki. Incomplete. It's 4th down and goal at the 3-yard.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is right there. It's good, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Michel, and he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. And it's Michel once again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Emmanuel Ogbah brought him down. A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 14.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Flushed out right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A good head down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. At the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop all over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part one is done, now part two. Oh, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game, a costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
Cam going to bring the Patriots up now, 1st and 10
at the 39-yard line.
And he'll hand this to Michelle to get things started.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
They'll keep it on the ground. Michelle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They'll run with Michelle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
Sonny Michel comes out of a long line of terrific running backs from the University of Georgia and was a first-round selection for New England in 2018. He does not mind carrying the football, never turns down an opportunity. Top 10 in rushing attempts in the league in 2019.
A play fake to Michelle, now Newton.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Michelle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's got the hook up to Lee. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Second and 10.
He's going to keep it again. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Made by Eric Rowe. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down. And
now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So here now is the kicker, Nick Folk. This to win it in overtime. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is not what you expect to see when you look at the box scores, right? When you look at the standings after a game like that. And do you really think they worked the whole summer, the whole offseason to come in week 1 and leave with a tie?
No, I don't. But, hey, I guess better than being 0-1-0.
Good point.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew,